Session 2 about to get underway at Day 4 of the Australian Open here at the Broadbeach Bowls Club, and it's women's pairs action once more. Carol Protopapas and Karen Morgan up against Sally Smith and Donna Hamilton. Carol and Karen, both from Victoria, and Sally and Donna, both from New South Wales. Very much looking forward to this contest. Michael Hollywood Sorensen joins myself, Val Febbo, alongside me once again. How are you, Hollywood? The sun is even, I feel like it's more bright now.
It's just getting better and better as the day gets on. The weather's fantastic. The bowls has been sensational. That last match, what a clinic.
Was very, very, very good from Dawn Heyman and Jamie Lee Warsnop. Now the leads here, Carol Protopapas and Sally Smith, and the respective skips, Karen and Donna. We've got 1 minute or less than until John Roberts blows the horn and we can get started once more. And there we go. We're off and running.
It's a very short minute.
Like I said, less than. 11:45 a.m. local time here, and it's Sally and Donna to get things underway. They'll lead us off. 18 ends, 2 hours, 15-minute time limit.
3 bowl pairs.
Sit back and enjoy. So these two in the opening match, both haven't actually got the results up here in front of me. I do now. So Carol and Karen had a draw in their opening match. Results haven't been updated yet on Bowls Link. So we'll bring you all of those details when we get them.
Well, there is 4 greens here at Broadbeach, and they're using all 4, so there's a lot of results that have got to be tabulated. So it may take just a little while, but it will be very instantaneous once it goes in.
Yes.
So we have the Victorians in the green and blue strip, and the New South Welshmen in the predominantly white and black.
Carol and Karen both wearing Right at Home Bowls kits. Of course, Right at Home, one of Bowls Australia's great partners. They are the naming rights sponsor of the Right at Home Jackaroos.
Great support.
They are. Glenda Manny doing a wonderful job, and Lucas Protopapas, Carol's son, is one of the Right at Home ambassadors. Never thought I'd see Lucas as an ambassador for anything, but there you go.
Always got a smile on his dial. He's so pleasant. He's just a really good team player. He's just a beautiful young man.
Except when Essendon's playing.
Or there's a last biscuit left in the Tim Tam packet.
Oh, he will. Never thought I'd hear a growl on Ringside Live, but there you go.
Oh, bring it all. Bring it all. Sound effects a lot.
You do bring it all. Speaking of bringing it all, let's see if this one comes back for Carol Protopapas.
Bit of a wing and a prayer, that one.
Carol, of course, a very handy bowler in her own right, has been to the Australian Championships representing Victoria before, having won through all the way to the big time.
Once she had a little chat with the girls, any of them been on live streaming before, or is this her first occasion?
Carol has, and I was talking with Sally Smith. She said she's nervous. She's only been bowling for 2 years.
Again, it just says something about our sport, doesn't it?
Yep. Sure does.
This rink yesterday, we were noticing how wide that side of the green is. That's the ocean side of the green. So we're bowling in the northern direction of the club.
We are. This is the direction we were going for all of yesterday. Sun beaming down on us, Hollywood. 20 degrees. I actually think might be jacket off time.
I took mine off halfway through the first game, but I'm getting a fair bit of sun through my side, so
Work on the little, get a winter tan going.
I'm nearly as white as you, mate. I don't tan.
No, you've got me covered in the tan department.
I think that's the freckles. Okay, where are we at here now?
We've got Lindsay Clark and Kelsey Cottrell playing on this green at the moment. Kelsey, of course, in her own designed clothing. That's when you know you've made it big. Kelsey Cottrell collection.
Oh, here we go. Great shot. They were a couple down prior to that. It's on a very good line. Just gonna go through. Just slides past. Opportunity here for the Victorians to start the first end with a bit of a score, I think.
Yeah. See what we get from Karen Morgan.
Well grassed again.
It's coming.
Oh, where's the jack going this time?
Let's see, it's not a bad result, I don't think. Just a couple of camera jumps, so 2 kicked out. Just the 2, I think. So the Victorians start with a multiple. 2-0 after 1.
What's the competitiveness like between New South Wales and Victoria? Is it nearly as bad as Queensland and New South Wales?
I think Melbourne or Victoria and Queensland sort of shake hands with their hatred of New South Wales. Not a hatred, and I think it's the whole Melbourne-Sydney rivalry that Melburnians think they're better than Sydney. Well, we know we're better, but you know,
I'll stay out of that one.
Yeah. No, you can go with Victoria. You're sitting with 2 of them here. Hollywood would be the wise choice. No, there is a bit of a rivalry there between Victoria and New South Wales, that's for sure. Often competing for a lot of things, sort of outside the sporting region as well. You know, who's got the bigger population? So I think Melbourne now has that title.
I know Brisbane City Council is the biggest council in Australia.
There you go. Then ticks up to Moreton Bay, where the BPL is held.
They've I think they just converted or on the way to converting into being in their own city council now. They were part of the Brisbane City Council, but they're well and truly on the way of becoming their own city council now.
Love heading up to Pine Rivers every November.
Not a bad facility.
Oh no, not at all. We stay at Eaton's Hill, not too far away from there, and they do this cheesy garlic bread at the bistro there. Oh, that's good.
Well, this has been 2 very nice lead bowls by Carroll. And a 3rd coming in. It's just going to hang a little wide.
Carroll Protopapas has enjoyed a pretty good start.
coming down for the jack. Just going to slide past.
That's a nice finishing bowl.
Certainly takes a bit of pressure off.
Sally Smith it's a great name, isn't it? Love a good name with alliteration.
I'm going to have to Google that word.
Superhero-esque. It's like when the two words that are next to each other have the same sort of start. So like bouncing ball.
Got it. See, now I'm learning stuff.
Or Super Sorensen. Magic Michael.
Hang on.
I realised exactly what I did there and
adjusted just in time.
Yep. After I said it, of course. I didn't realise at all.
You're on fire.
Mighty Michael, probably better.
Yes. Carolyn was upset that she didn't have shots, so she just boots Carol out of the way.
Good to have everybody's company wherever you're watching from around the world. Philip Lubke watching on. He's always part of our Rinkside Live fam.
Oh, that was very close to a good connection. Got to be a bit careful here, the Victorian duo. They've got a little bit of a nest being built up behind there.
Of course, over this Australian Open, we will be broadcasting a bit of everything. Women's pairs, we've got fours coming up later in the week. Of course, the singles will reach the knockout stages over the weekend. We will be here for all of it.
Opportunity for Donna to get to that jack, 2 or 3 feet away. Turn it through the hole there and straight back to 2 dark green bowls of theirs.
Just needs it to run here, Donna Hamilton.
Trying to draw it.
Just going to miss.
Another ball on the head for him.
It's where Carol Protopapas has led really well here. She's just saying a little turn of the jack and then crash onto that back bowl of Donna Hamilton. Could make a score.
Still got to be fairly careful in doing it. Puts that jack straight up the line for 3 feet and she's in a world of hurt. There's plenty of weight on this. Ooh.
She's got one behind, but it's not really gonna matter with one bowl left.
Gonna get back down.
Might use her own. Just flops it down, but that won't amount to anything. So it's 1 to Carol and Karen. And it is 3-0 after 2 in favour of the Victorian duo. You just taught me about the midgies in the break, Hollywood, because I had to put AeroGuard on my leg. I found out what they do to you, and now it's all I can think about. For those who know, you know, I won't explain anymore, but I don't like them.
We're sticking to a 3/4 length type of range. The first game will either ditch to ditch or minimum length.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? There was no real in between. You feel like when you see some of the Jackaroos take on players that aren't in that national setup, they really flex their muscle with that ditch to ditch.
Yeah, They train for ditch to ditch and minimum length. So normally when you finally do win an end on the long length and you take it back to a minimum length, it's no different to those more experienced bowlers because they train for it. This looks to be on a good line.
Carol Protopapas. Well, she is feeling right at home out there.
Just
Little
past.
touch. She's in good nick. The better Protopapas, we call her. Just to irritate Lucas.
He's made his way into the national squad for
He has. An emerging Parajacker who would love to see him get a crack, and this is a really good goal.
correction. Nice response. He works hard on his game.
He does. We try and teach him out of Darebin when we play Thursday Survivor to get his muscles up. So we purposely give him long ends.
Oh, he'd love us for that, wouldn't he?
Oh, he hates us. Eliminate him early. Get rid of the competition.
Looks like it's tracking quite well as well. Oh, that's a great effort. Good lead bowls. We may have cut our line here. Not sure who's holding shot as yet. Little high five as they go past.
So a little bit of an upset in one of the sections. I think it was section 49, Hollywood. Jess McMullen and Rebecca Van Ash defeated by Christina Hodson and Mia Hodson, 18-16. That is huge.
Yeah, well, now the pressure's on that pair to go through and win the next two games.
They've won Australian titles together, those two. I think it was the triples back, or the 2021 Oz Champs, which was played in 2022.
This ball just hangs a little wide. Coming down on a fairly tight line as well. Donna just missing a line. Karen's taken a fairly good line here, I think. It's going to sit and stay, work off her bowl. That's got to be shot. Well done.
Really good start from these Victorians. New South Wales pair from Arimba, which is out where Mark Niemkiewicz was playing from.
Is this going to get back or is it too quick?
I think a little bit too quick. Sat on that bowl, but
it's a good spot there. Has 2 seconds now. Karen's got to try and get another bowl in the head. The shot bowl is sitting fairly vulnerable, really. She's interested in it. She might be just a bit quick. Well, here's an opportunity for the New South Wales pair.
Final bowl of the third end, playing 18. 3-0. favour of the Victorian pair. Can they get on the board here, the New South Wales team? A high line, needs it to get back.
It's coming now.
Not enough. No. Ends up in that catchment. So one more to Protopapas and Morgan. 4-0. So James Dickey watching from Anderson, Indiana, suburban Indianapolis. That's where the Indy 500 was a couple of weeks ago. I've heard it's one of the most fun motor races you can get to.
The old Brickyard, that's what they call it?
Yep.
Celebrate with a bottle of milk.
Yes, that's right. To the older Dwayne Russell. AFL commentator. Absolutely loves his milk. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. Bring a 2-litre bottle of milk and just keep drinking it the whole day.
As long as you bring a bucket of ice with you.
Mike Emberton saying, yes, Val, Carol is the best bowler in the family. I know Lucas will like that. Not. Smiley looking like a beautiful day there. It's wet and windy in Elizabeth, South Australia. Oh, yeah, it sure is.
Another great start by Carol.
But yeah, Indianapolis, they used to race F1 there as well. It's a bizarre race in 2005 where only 6 cars started the race as part of a protest between tyre manufacturers. Bridgestone cars all started the race. All the Michelin cars went out. So it was Ferrari and then 2 Minnow teams that raced, and that was it.
Wrestled back the shot there. See what Carol can do here. So we're basking in this beautiful sunshine at Broadbeach Bowls Club.
Pretty nice.
Carol's changed hands.
Now, bit of an update from around the greens. A win for Lockie and Geordie McEwen in the first game of the men's pairs. Now, they've got a combined age of 20. 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. We interviewed them yesterday. If you go and have a look at Bowls Australia's Facebook page, they got the win.
Oh, I think I saw them rolling up here late yesterday afternoon.
They were here.
Yeah.
You would have seen me chatting to them just before we went on air for our final match of the day. And they've come here from Dunedin.
That is fantastic.
It's just wonderful. And Jordan was telling me that he watches back Australian Open live streams from 2018. He just loves it. He's always on Facebook having a look. And that's what the tournament's all about.
That's what the sport's all about. Everyone's got an opportunity. Like we've now got quadruple zero bowls and triple zero bowls, so that we can start our athletes a lot younger than previous, and with our rookie rollers kits and whatnot. There's something for everyone in our sport. And we're showcasing it all right here now. Giving us every chance. Oh. Carol seems to have it on a string.
She's on fire at the moment. She's holding one, though. Some good back bowls, though. They might come in handy, depending on if that jack gets moved. But Carol Protopapas flying at the present. They've crossed at every changeover, and she's been the one holding sway. So the lead battle, very intriguing in a game of pairs, because who you'd favour at the end of the end. If the leads go at the changeover and your lead is in front, you're walking a little taller.
And the proof in the pudding was the last game. I mean, Jamie Lee just absolutely peppered that jack and put their opposition under so much pressure. And same thing's happening here with Carol. And Karen's not doing such a bad job either. A little touch of the jack, 3 shots.
Yep.
Might have taken a little bit, might only be the 2, but has given a bigger opportunity here now.
Certainly
Donna.
nicely played. So, a draw for Carol and Karen in their first match against Lynn Maloney and Gil Pudney. And then Claire Smith and Martine Collar defeating Sally Smith and Donna Hamilton 27-5. So, big loss that they'll need to rectify, these two New South Wales ladies.
Well, that's going to make the section really interesting for that last round.
Especially with a draw for Carol and Karen. They would have loved to have gotten the win. But then their final match against Claire Smith, who is a very good player in her own right.
Nice ball. Donna needing something special here to try and halt this charge by the Victorians. She just slips past again. Gave the ball a chance. Carol asks Karen just to beat the last bowl. Doesn't look to be short. Takes the best backward. Remembering that these are respot games, so if the jack does kill, goes back to the tee. Donna sends down the last bowl of the end. It's tracking quite well. Has she drawn it, or is she just going to pull up short? She sneaks in. Well, there we go. They're on the board.
They are.
And we're off to a 4-1 lead.
It's after 4. So now what do? They've minimised the damage. A 2, a 1 and a 1 conceded. They get a 1 of their own. Let's see what they do with their length.
Again, it's a little longer than 3/4, so yeah, stretched it out a bit.
Let's see how Carol and Karen can cope with that. Sally Smith.
Looks a little bit skinny on the grass line. Will she grab the jack?
But she's given it a really good shake.
Just slipped past. See if Carol can keep that rich vein of form up with a length change.
Right at home, getting some massive
TV time?
Yep, TV time there. As they should. Great partner here of Bowls Australia.
And if I was wearing that shirt, it'd be like a billboard.
Aaron Jarros watching on. Trying to work off the fun he had at a few of the bowling clubs on the Gold Coast. Of course you're at the gym, Aaron. I reckon he watches us every time he's at the gym.
Small adjustment required here from Carol. The line was very, very good.
What are you doing when you're at the gym, Hollywood?
The what?
The gym. Bench press.
Oh, I thought you mean when I'm with Jim. I normally have a drink, but going to the gym? No. No.
You'd be one of the ones strutting around, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that needs a bra. I actually do have a gym at our complex, and don't mind using the walking machine. It's
They're great. Well, when you're paying Body Corp for it, might as well.
and up here in Queensland, we don't get a lot of daylight. The twilight trips away pretty quickly, so the gym's the safer option to go for a walk rather than around the local parks and whatnot. Although there's some really nice parks with walkways up here.
Yeah, there are some good walkways.
But if you happen to be right in the Gold Coast, that boardwalk is absolutely sensational. Morning or evening. See if Donna can slip one in here. We've got 3 sets of blue bowls and 1 set of grey, which almost look blue on the screen. Good line here. Is it going to stop in time? Yeah, very good bowl. There's a shot. Gives Karen something to beat. Carol says just follow it down. On a very good line. You seem to have picked the line quite well. It's just getting the right weight now. Just slipped a little heavy. Donna's trying to add a second. Don't know if it's quite up this time. We've got another technical glitch here with one of the cameras. So that one falls a little bit short and across the head. Seems to be tracking quite well. Just a bit heavy again. So one to the New South Wales pairing.
So they get another one. 4-2, Hollywood. Very close.
Coming off a different green onto this one. Takes a little time to adjust as well. They only get the one end roll up. So thinking by now we're moving into the 6th end. They should be starting to find the right line.
Nearly a third of the way through. Of course, you mentioned the right line. BA's official podcast. Be remiss of me not to mention that.
Try and give you as many openings as I can, mate.
You're too kind. Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your show from. Need to get you on there one day, Hollywood.
Love to.
Be good fun.
Tell a couple of yarns.
Why
A
not?
couple of dad jokes. Explain what a shag on a rock is. This one's flying into the ditch.
So it's not what you want as a leader. You don't want to chuck your first bowl into the ditch. You need to have one on the green because you're essentially giving your opponent free range at the jack or free run at the jack.
The pace of the green would be picking up quite quickly from what they played on this morning. It's probably the optimum time of the day to be rolling at the optimum speed, which should be up around the 16-second mark. All these beautiful surfaces here at Broadbeach Bowls Club. Such a smooth surface. Certainly corrected her weight on that bowl, but
Bit of an overcorrection. Required from
Carol's honing in on the jack. Just goes past.
Wants it to stay up. Does.
Needs to make that ultimate correction now. The third bowl. It's running in quite nicely.
Sally Smith.
Yes, well played, Sally.
All three got better.
So top of the local club members are on the sideline cheering them on. That's great to see.
First one, the line was a bit shaky. Sorry, the weight was a bit shaky. Second one, the line was a bit shaky. Third one, almost just right. It's like Goldilocks and the three bears.
Just about to make the same comparison.
Goldie Bowls.
Goldie Bowls?
Maybe you and I could write some children's books.
Never thought about it, but
Based
yeah.
on lawn bowls.
I'm sure we could come up with a little Joey.
Jack and the Bean Bowl.
We could have one of our kangaroos delivering a bowl.
Yeah, something.
Our jackaroos.
Yep. We'll
Kelsey's nickname, Joey.
Yeah. We'll call one of them Hollywood.
Want to have a big pouch.
Well, I think only the female kangaroos have the pouch.
Fair call. How am I supposed to carry me six-pack? That's right, I wear one, don't I?
So, Michael asking if this is the only game being live streamed. Well, right now it is, but had one before, we've got one after, and then we've got the next week and a half of live stream games. Of course, the sessions 9 a.m., 11:45 and 2:30.
A little bit loose this head.
Yeah.
The change to a long end has really got everyone a bit miffed.
But two of those bowls at the back now for Carol and Karen. Any touch of that jack, and they come into play. Patricia McGrath watching on, raining down in Melbourne, of course it is. Doesn't shock me.
Yeah. Up comes that ball.
Now that isn't a bad result for Donna Hamilton.
It's in a good territory. That's where they're coming back from. It's all in the speed. And she's dialed that in too.
How far did it run? That's fine.
Shot ball.
So need to get themselves back on the board.
Donna touches this jack. She can quickly turn this one down into a 3 up. She's got to give it bowl a chance. It's on a fair track. Just maybe heavy. Yeah. Just slipping past. Giving Karen a chance to make a multiple here. Something similar to a first bowl.
Big opportunity. Karen Morgan.
She runs this out. I think she's left a little high, wide and handsome.
So that'll be one more. 5-2 after 6. Low scoring contest.
Oh. So it just slips past. Sally's got this one down on a fairly nice track. It'll work its way home fairly well, depending on its speed. Yeah, just struggling with the green a little bit, other girls. Carol's honing into this one quite well.
So Carol has really owned this lead battle.
Quite correct there, Aussie Wombat. Longer length really did sort them out. As Sally grabs the jack this time.
Yeah, you're right. And sometimes, you know, we've seen it over the last couple of days where the long end has sort of been the one that's stunted the momentum and stunted rhythm.
There's a sneaky little breeze starting to get up now, which
it's nice.
It's nice on our backs because we're sitting in the direct sunlight, but it does affect the bowl on such a slick surface. So, turned over to a forehand of Sally. Just got to avoid that front bowl. It's running down quite nicely depending on weight.
Very nice.
Dropping in. Yeah, good shot. Be close to 2.
All right, tonight, Hollywood. Webinar, Club Map and Bowls Australia, 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Now, if you haven't already registered, utilise the QR code there. Put your club down because it's a way that you guys can make a little bit more money. And, of course, information on bequest and gifting programs utilising the Australian Sports Foundation to collect tax-deductible donations and finish with a Q&A. So for your club to earn a little bit more revenue, make sure that you're on board.
We've added the link there in the chat.
Yep. if the QR code doesn't work. But yeah, the link, very important. Go in, and the BA Resources Hub. Oh, Hollywood.
Second to none.
Yep.
No other sport has it. Doesn't just tell you what to do, it shows you how to do it.
That from Karen Morgan. Very nice.
Wrestles a shot back. This might be a bit quick. Gave the ball a chance. See if Karen can repeat the dose and drop another one in there. First half's right. Nice line. Still just a little runny. Donna's decided to change her hands. Looking to run into her own ball or grab the jack. Ooh, I think she may have thrown that a little wide. Doesn't need to make a big correction here, Karen. The right area again. Yeah, this will add another. Very good long bowl there. Two while they're waiting. See what Donna's got left in a kit bag. That's a much better line to her first one. Could get a run. Ooh, not quite. Two shots to Carol and Karen.
Yeah, they've started to flex a little bit here. They've only dropped the two ends, and they've been in all of the heads. Only dropped two singles. Barbara asking, since we've been on YouTube, she's not getting the notifications if the game is starting. That's just a Facebook thing, usually, unfortunately, where they tell us or they tell you and tell your page, or the page that you're following will tell you that they're going live. So YouTube's a little different, but it generally does pop up. And that's where the daily schedule is very important. So utilise that like a Bible during the Australian Open. Of course, we'll post that either the night before or the morning of play. So make sure that you keep on top of that. 9 a.m., 11:45 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. That's all local time, of course. So wherever you are in the world, just subtract or add as many hours as you need to. And that's where you'll be able to find it.
That was a great start there by Carol.
There's Lefleen watching from Richmond. Which Richmond are you watching from? The good one or the other ones?
Oh, here we go. We've tightened it up now. They've come back to a more normal length for them. They're finding it a little easier in that ditch to ditch, which is testing as all bowlers know.
And Richard also letting us know that YouTube, if you subscribe, you might get a little notification when you're on YouTube saying that we're going live. But if you just utilise that daily schedule, you'll be fine. Won't miss a moment. Of course, DrinkWise, another one of our great partners here at Bowls Australia. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise.
Here we go.
No problems at all, Barbara. sharing to a group. And this is where, as this bowl comes through, this is where so many of you wonderful viewers are doing such a wonderful job for our sport, sharing to a group so that others can watch the Australian Open. It's without these people, that this sport just, it doesn't grow. So well done to you, Barbara, and well done to everybody that's doing their bit for the sport of bowls.
It's an amazing tool for our sport, live streaming, what it's done for our sport, getting it out there for people to see. We've had people from the US watching, we've had people from South Africa watching, it's just, and the UK. So it's great, a great platform for us to share our sport.
We've had Mexico this week. We've had Argentina.
Truly becoming a worldwide sport.
Let us know where you are watching from around the world. See what the most interesting place is. Let us know in the comments and we'll read out some of the best. We've done that once and someone says I'm watching from the Broadbeach Bowls Club. So, well,
that's pretty good.
Generally, they're sitting right next to us and they'll look right over until we see it. But where are you watching from around the world? Here we are at the changeover. Carol Protopapas holding sway once more. Judy Strauss asking where we are. We're at the Broadbeach Bowls Club. Picturesque Bowls Club in the heart of the Gold Coast.
Positioned out on green number 4. Right behind their new veranda, the viewing area that they've built here at Broadbeach.
Yep, if you're close by, definitely come and have a look. And got Daz Ledleen. Big shout out to the Australian Defence Force bowlers playing at the AO. Seen a few of those around. Katie Stone watching from her office desk. Hopefully we're not disrupting your productivity.
And if we are,
it's okay.
We're happy with that too.
Nice bowl from Donna Hamilton. Bev watching from Wellington. Michael watching from, well, he'd like to say he's watching from sunny Tassie, but the rain has stuffed that. Ian Lane watching from Norfolk Island. Shea Wilson territory. Carmen Anderson.
There's been some very good bowlers coming out of there.
Carmen, a world champion in the singles, and Shea Wilson has had a very handy couple of years, that's for sure.
An absolute character. Was it Carmen and Wendy Wilson that made it through to the final?
Carmen and Ellen Faulkner last year. Very close. They led the entirety of that contest. Jen and Tash coming back very late and winning that. Raylene Peters watching from Christchurch in NZ. Enjoying the coverage of the AO. Welcome to you. Where else are you watching from around the world?
Karen's coming down to have a look. Seeing that they're only one down. Seeing what shot she wants to play. Whether she wants to attack at that shot bowl or just try and draw it.
Michael Zarts watching from Cape Town. That's one of the leaders, or the clubhouse leaders so far. I'd love to go there. Any recommendations, Michael? And Barbara Green, obviously the Protopapas, this Protopapas is related to the infamous Protopapas that we know and love. Yes, mother and son duo, Carol and Lucas. Lucas is infamous, especially if you're a biscuit. He's annihilated a fair few of those in his life.
She's sticking to the draw. Oh, just got an edge off that. Nearly picked up the jack.
Donna Hamilton.
Trying to add after dropping a 2 on the last end, trying to get that 2 back.
Really close match, this one.
Oh, she sent that out to the bleachers. I don't think one's going to come quite back.
So it'll be 7-3, but they are back on the board, more importantly. Carol Protopapas and Karen Morgan hold the lead as we get towards the halfway point of this matchup. Damien watching from Croatia. Where are you watching from in Croatia? Love to know. What a beautiful country it is. David Smith watching from Thailand. Alan Arnold, he's watching from hell. Oops, I mean work. Hopefully your boss isn't listening. Lynette Hall watching from latitude 42.88. I'm not good with my latitudes, so...
We'll Google it.
Yeah, let's have a look. Latitude 42.88.
Sally wants to persist with this long length, so she's thrown it ditch to ditch. We got the jack. Oh, it's a toucher in the ditch. Gave a bowl a chance.
Michael asking if the AO counts towards national selection to the international team or squads, but it's hard because, you know, it counts towards form, that's for sure. And obviously, players, if you win the AO, you're immediately in the limelight and you're being looked at by the national selection panel. A lot of the time, you know, players, if form does get rewarded. Jen Delves in 2019 enjoyed a blistering year, winning the AO Pairs, winning the Australian Indoor Championships, won a couple of other things as well to qualify for the Oz Champs in 2020. And she was rewarded with Jackaroo status.
Colin Lifton
Yep.
had a good run through the AO a couple of years ago, and he's still in the emerging squad. We've got the Nelson brothers that have performed quite well in this tournament. So,
Samantha Atkinson.
Nikki Cahill.
Yeah, Nick Cahill.
There's some. Yeah, it would be considered as part of the selection. Well, it's the biggest tournament in Australia, if not the world. So, if you perform well on this platform or this stage, you're a big show when the selectors start talking about new squads and people that should be added.
And yeah, Samantha Atkinson enjoying a rich vein of form at the moment. So she's another one. New squads will probably be announced around about, they usually are October, November. Gordon Woodhouse watching on from Arimba, cheering on his club mates in Sally and Donna.
Sally's got 2 shots there at the moment. I think. What about the one in the shadows? I can't really line them up. Big step out to the side, so I'm dare say this would be narrow. It is.
Got Brian Milne watching from Clear Lake Lawn Bowls Club in Manitoba in Canada. Anytime you hear Clear Lake, it sounds like a beautiful
doesn't it?
Place. I've never been to Canada, but definitely love to go.
You can imagine those photos where you see where the skyline seems to meet the lake. And just
Yep. Splendid. So, the head up for grabs. Keep your comments coming in. Any questions or any queries for myself or Michael Hollywood Sorensen? Yes, if you see Hollywood, he does sign autographs.
Gonna just not reach the head. The long length is really sorting him out. Got this bowl on a nice line. slipped through, but gave it a chance.
Manitoba looks like it would be extremely cold in winter. Sort of mid part of Canada, near not too far from Hudson Bay.
Girls not quite getting their bowls out to the optimum arc, cutting the head. She gets onto her own, that's going to knock it closer. Karen looking for a slight adjustment, mainly on a grass line more than the weight. She finds that extra bit of grass, the weight that she had should be perfect.
Winnipeg also in Manitoba, in the province. Very interesting. Barbara Green asking, where did Michael get the name Hollywood from, or is it just you that calls him that? No, it's certainly not me.
No, I've had that handle for 30 odd years of my bowling career. I picked it up when I was skipping for the Sunshine Coast, and my Channel 7 turned up to do an interview on the state championships, and I was the youngest person in the room, and I walked outside as Sorrow and came back in as Hollywood, and it just stuck.
Hollywood's better than Sorrow, I think.
I think so.
Sorrow makes you sound sad.
If you saw the way I play these days, it's pretty sorrowful.
Alan Arnold, this is not good, waiting for concrete to dry, and we just got thunder. Thank God you guys are on. Well, we're happy to keep you company. But there you go. That's the origin of Hollywood. It's also his celebrations as well, and his Hawaiian shirts that he wears, very colourful.
Yeah, try and live up to the nickname now. It's interesting. Not sure who's got shots here. They all seem to be about the same length away from the jack.
So we'll get the measure out.
Just the one.
So they win multiple ends in a row again, and as we round the halfway point, 7-4, very close.
The sun beats into our commentary
I know,
area.
it's right on my pasty legs, and it's not good.
I'd say the same about mine. I'll have to go and get my sleeves out of my bowls bag.
Brian Milne saying he'd send a picture if it would let him. You can send it to Bowls Australia's Facebook page. Our message chat is open. So if you want, you can still send it through to us and we can have a quick look. Would love to know what Clear Lake Bowls Club looks like. Of course, what I do know is that these rookie rollers deals, they're on. Go to the bowls.com.au and you can get 25% off a rookie rollers kit and a free wedge with each kit purchase. Those wedges, how much are they? About $100?
Normally reselling at $100, yes.
Oof, not bad.
So for $412.50, you get the wedge plus the bowls plus the kit. That's a great addition to your club for any junior programs, any school holiday programs you're looking to run, and even for your social barefoot bowlers when they come in as a family.
Absolutely brilliant. Locks put the link up there for you.
Jump in before they're all gone. Here's a decent start. Well, they've had a couple of goes at this ditch-to-ditch length, and now they seem to be honing in on it a little bit better. Reese picks up again.
Andrew Nuttall asking for some results. You can head to results.bowlslink.com.au. Head to the AO tab and you can find out all the results. If they haven't been updated, hopefully they will be soon.
Or you can download the Bowls Now app.
Yes, you can.
Get your results on that. So just with your smartphone, just punch in Bowls Now, as it sounds, BOWLSNOW, and grab the app. And you can get all your results on that app.
Best part of that is free.
We do a lot of stuff for free with Bowls Australia.
Take a leap out of Paul Holschke's book, We Are the Men of the People, or the Company of the People.
This looks like a nice bowl coming in. Just going to sit on that back bowl for shot. Yes, well done. Let's see what Carol can do. See if she can wrestle back this shot. It's on a fairly good track. Is it just going to run it out? Or is it going to run out?
It was a great effort.
Just fallen that little bit short.
Got Wendy Wilson and Tris Doolan. I think they're on the end rink. Here they are playing at Broadbeach today. 2022 finalists, losing to Paris Baker and Olivia Bloomfield. We mentioned that this morning. One of the all-time great speeches, Olivia Bloomfield.
And that was another good story that they played against each other at an interstate game and said, why don't we team up for the Australian Open?
Exactly, Wendy and Tris. Wendy, of course, the mother of Brendan Wilson, the Queensland State Men's Singles Champion from about a week and a half ago.
And she's the Vice President of Bowls Queensland as well.
She can just do it all. I asked Brendan on the right line who would win out of him and his mum, and he goes, well, I don't want to seem arrogant or anything, but I would wipe the floor with her.
That wouldn't be Brendan at all.
And then we both burst out laughing. But I think, it's a match that maybe we should try and tee up.
It's
Wilson Bowl.
There's a few bowling families that would be able to argue who's the best bowler in the house.
Kelsey Cottrell and Andrew Howie.
Poor Andrew's running a very, very far distance second there, I think. You've got the Wilson household.
Wilson and Warsnott. Twist and Smith.
Twist and Smith, yes. Heyman.
Yep, Heyman and Webb. They won the New South Wales State
Mixed pairs
together.
That would be a fantastic thing to do, win with your partner.
Oh, amazing. And it was Thomas's first state title, and he said it was always his dream to peak and win one of those, and to be able to win his first with the woman that he's about to marry. That's special.
Very special.
All right. Time for...
Probably holding two here.
Yep.
The New South Wales team.
Sally Smith and Donna Hamilton haven't been in front at all. They only trail by 3. Karen Morgan not doing enough. They've won the last 2 ends with singles. They've only scored in singles 2 multiples for Carol and Karen, the Victorian team, wearing the Right at Home kit. Right at Home, of course, our great partners here at Bowls Australia. Right care, right assistance at Right at Home. Visit rightathome.com.au.
Is Donna going to run this out to be counting? Not sure. I wouldn't think so, but gives a good guide for Karen to come up into just underneath that, under the jack. Draw the shot. Needing this to save 2 shots.
It's a big bowl, because if she doesn't get it, it's only 1 the difference.
As we're discussing in the first game, it's the time of when you play that right shot. This is one of those occasions where you've got to try and change the head. Just slip through.
So,
That'll be.
let's see what this is going to be.
It's looking like 2.
1 picked up. 2. Suspense. Will we have a measure? Could it be more? Doesn't look like it, but who knows? Always good to make sure of these things, Hollywood.
Ooh, that's close.
This is mightily close to a third.
Could we have our first umpire call for the day?
Possibly. We haven't had one on ringside yet. Yep, they're calling, I think. Well, they mentioned it. Umpire coming to determine whether this is a 2 or a 3. We'll get the umpire out. Where is the umpire? He's trying to determine what tools the umpire will bring. And here we go. Here we go. Let's see what we get.
Well, the players couldn't split it, so out comes the umpire.
Yep. And of course, this doesn't help the time limit. This end finished only 4 minutes ago. Could it be a dead heat for the third? It's definitely 2.
No, I'm thinking the back blue bowl, or blue or green, may be the closest, going off that initial measure.
So we had 4 minutes since the end finished.
And he's given shot to the back bowl, so it was only the 2.
Nonetheless, Hollywood, 7-6. They've won 3 in a row.
The tactic of going ditch to ditch has certainly helped.
Sure has. Their first multiple of the match as well. 7-6, Protopapas and Morgan lead. Smith and Hamilton fighting hard. Problem is you just don't want to get timed out. And a 4-minute delay certainly doesn't help that. Or having said that, all you have to do is have rolled the jack for the final end. And you can complete it. Because once a jack is rolled, it means that that end has commenced. So
still got an hour left. I think
yep.
the time's going to be Not a major issue unless we have another episode like that. But well done to the umpire. He's made the decision. And let's see if the New South Wales pairing can keep this momentum going. It certainly has taken Carroll out of the game a little bit.
Yeah, Sally Smith has been on top of things. Having said that, Carroll has free rein at the jack.
It's not always about... It's always about being the closest, but it's not always about being right on top of it. If you're beating your opponent, just adds that bit of pressure to your opposition. And it just changing the length and doing things like that just gets into their heads, and it could be enough to throw off their momentum.
Exactly.
And start to snowball a little bit in your favour. You may start getting a bit more confidence and lift your game. All on the speed here. If she hasn't overcorrected after going in the ditch with the first one, yeah, that can be a normal overcorrect. And it's pretty much right in Carroll's eye, I think. She can change over. No one's really found the line on that side of the green coming back towards the clubhouse as yet. Certainly giving it every chance if she's up.
Carroll Protopapas drops short.
Really struggling on this long end going back to the clubhouse.
Carroll and teammate Karen, they drew their first match, 15 apiece, and at the moment they're only one ahead. Could they be on for a second draw?
Joe's in from Cairns, having a look.
It's a better weight. Will it pull up in time?
Still quick.
So these longer ends have really flipped the lead battle on their head, on its head. That's currently 2 to Sally Smith. And at the changeover, Karen Morgan again has some work to do.
I think that's Carroll's bowl at the back.
Oh, it is. I do apologise.
Well, in all fairness, I think this is the skip's end.
Haydos enjoying the AO from 20,000 feet in the air. Enjoying on the flight from Perth to Kalgoorlie this afternoon.
Back to work, maybe?
Might be. Safe flight. Bulavanaka from Fiji, Radhika Prasad. Great to have your company. We've missed you this week. One of our regulars.
Who's going to be first to find that line? This looks like it's on a fair track. Slow down.
Just moving quick.
This is a nice track. Just got to get a free road. Don't wreck. Oh, that was promising, that bowl. Asked if she can get around it. I think the line is around it to get back to the jack. This may force Karen into playing the right line. All it has to do is avoid that front bowl, and she's got it. Well played. It's forced someone to play in the right line.
Bowls Australia's official podcast.
Exactly.
Play it while you bowl.
No electronic devices allowed on the rink.
AirPods? No, of course not. I kid.
Some fun with it at World Bowls.
Definitely not allowed. The only electronic device you can have is the sun, which is an electronic.
It won't be long, and we'll have the those laws relaxed a little with our live scoring.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do away with paper and all that. And we can be more green friendly and score off our phones.
Ooh, very exciting.
Have all the scores going into our bowls link directly, not having to punch them in through our desks.
How wonderful is that?
Oh, it will be fantastic. Here we
Needs
go.
to get underneath.
Just got to finish on a little bit further.
Karen Morgan, that's the one. So I reckon this is 2 here. Oh, okay. One. There you go.
Donna's bowl at the back must have been the shot bowl.
So, 7 apiece. They've come back. 4 ends on the bounce.
One more each and they'll be even. Oh, she lost that off the rink.
So they've actually won more ends now, Hollywood. Sally Smith and Donna Hamilton, except just that one multiple.
Since they've brought this ditch-to-ditch tactic in, although they haven't been nailing the jackets, it's thrown their opposition off enough for them to gain that momentum and get themselves back into the match, let alone in front now, if they get one more.
Haven't led at all.
Feel like a bit of a moral victory, fighting their way back.
Bit of English cricket team about it. Moral victories.
All around.
When you lose. Okay. It's not how it goes, Bairstow, but oh well.
Stay in your crease.
What a move by Alex Carey. So the long ends again. Line was good from both.
Trying to work its way back.
One more session after this today. Starts at 2:30 p.m. in an hour and 23 minutes time.
This looks a lot closer. Still slipping through. The green's really picking up that pace, and
they're
really struggling to find it. But so long as you're beating your opponent, you're scoring. Sally's decided to change hands. Oh, it's almost a very good choice. It's just fallen through. I'm thinking this one's going to be the shot. It's just got to get back. Awesome weight. Well, I dare say that's the one to beat. So that sun beats down. I was looking across earlier and saw Kelsey and her rink, and the score was there was only 2 the diff. Now all of a sudden they've blown out to 17-4.
Impressive.
Lindsay and Kelsey have put their foot on the accelerator.
Certainly very impressive.
I'm pretty sure the score was 6-4 when I looked over at one stage. Karen's got this coming down, not fair line. If it's got the right weight, it'll slip underneath that. And that's probably the closest bowl on the green.
Seven apiece. This is heating up. It looked like it might have been a blowout at 7-2 in favour of Carol and Karen after 7 ends, but 4 on the bounce. 6 of the last 8 have gone the way of this Arimba combination, who fell heavily in their opening match.
I dare say they may be 3 down on this head. And this one coming in for a 4th.
Well, they need to get the length back here, Carol and Karen.
It's slipping away as well.
Because if they don't, this long length might just be their undoing. It's stunted their rhythm.
Big bowl here. They fought their way back into the match, and they could slip it and drop a soft 3 or 4 here. She's well under the head. It's not going to hang around, I don't think. Big opportunity here now for Karen. As Carol indicates that they're holding 2 shots. Tracking nicely.
To
right
put in
speed, that'll come back inside.
To put in a third. Yep.
Yep. Does so.
That's big. I'll remove a couple. We're getting another measure. So 2 definitely taken out. Is this going to be 3? Get the measure. If it is, this hurts. Sally and Donna.
Yeah, they fought so hard to get back into the match. Yeah, it's easy 3.
Oh, easy 3. That is a monumental end. 10-7.
New South Wales girls will feel it themselves down there. They fought and scrapped and scratched their way back into the match, and in one foul sweep, whoosh.
Yep. 2/3 of the way through. Yeah, it was a 3-shot lead after 9. And they got it back to level pegging. And now back to 3 after 12.
And not surprisingly, back to a shorter length end. They'll feel like they're only just letting the bowl go out of their hand at this length. Greens will be running at a nice 16. Oh, it's a great start. Lovely start. Little toucher. You're saying Sally's only been playing for 2 years?
Yeah, just 2 years. Great to see her playing this Australian Open. Didn't actually manage to ask if it was her first one or not.
There'll be a lot of experience gained from this type of competition for her as well.
Yeah, for sure. Good for Carol's confidence to jump all over it and then have one behind, joining Sally's. Just a little bit behind it.
I think Sally might have left a bit of grass in the bag here, unless she's got a lot of weight. Taking a wide line on this one. Come back nicely. Yeah, two good shots from Carol and a nice backward as well. 2 on, 1 behind. Should be very happy with that start. And so will Karen.
Well, the shorter length has definitely worked for it. Let's see how the skips do, because this can be where they really put the foot down and they can really push.
Yeah, another multiple now would be very, very handy. And I'm sure that Donna will be trying to wrestle a shot back for her side as well.
5 ends to go after this. The bigger the margin, the harder it is to drop, but they need to keep executing.
Nice line. Starting to work his way back nicely. Yeah, good bowl here from Karen. It's good bowls. Fair amount of pressure here on Donna. Playing a fairly attacking line, but no, hasn't got the weight. Not to hold that line.
Yeah.
Big chance here for another ad. Online again.
Danger, danger, danger for this New South Wales combination.
She's got to give a bowl a chance. She's got to take the right grass. Got a nice nest of 4 bowls to arrive into there.
Donna Hamilton. She's inquiring.
She's going to duck underneath again.
Does it hold enough for her? No, you're right, Hollywood. So this could be a chance.
A wise call here from Carol.
Cover and count.
CC.
Oui, oui. Yes, yes.
I'll tell you what, it's not a bad line.
Karen Morgan has almost hit that to perfection. Just rolls through. Might actually still count, to be honest.
Big bowl here.
Definitely less weight. Has she put it out to a good enough line, Hollywood?
I don't think so. The way they're ripping across there. But
Does
I
it
could be wrong.
take the jack?
Oh, didn't want to slice it too far. That would have definitely been curtains.
That
4.
is 4. That's massive from even 2 ends ago. It's a 7-shot difference. That is a massive turnaround from Carol Protopapas. and Karen Morgan.
Double their score on 2 ends.
They have. They really have. That's the first or second 4 we've seen today. Had 1 in the last end of the first match. A 3 and a 4. Something special. And all they needed was to control that length once more. These Victorian ladies. Now they're feeling right at home again.
Most certainly. Almost tucked in.
Yeah, Lucas does this at the office all the time. He goes, oh, I'm feeling right at home, blah, blah, blah. And he does it all the time. And I'm like, look, you got to pick and choose your moments, Lucas.
Nice start again by Carol.
Carol and Karen, they have well and truly picked their moment.
Slick surface here at Broadbeach. Minimum length. Oh, she snuck underneath and sat the shot pole. Fortunate, but take it. How's the speed on this one, Carol? Just a couple of feet short. Nice track. Still flying.
I reckon he's going to pop into the ditch. It will. So Carol finds herself behind here, but she'll back herself in.
Looks fairly well weighted to there. Run this out. That's a top shot. Very handy. Ooh, sat it out again.
Very interesting end here. So time for Karen and Donna to go on, and this is the biggest end of the match now for Donna Hamilton and Sally Smith. Sally's put her best foot forward. Now it's time for Donna Hamilton to really tighten the screws and try and earn one of those collects back. Dropped 7 from the last 2 ends. It was 7 all.
All changed within a blink of an eye.
Really did. What a perfect day on the Gold Coast. Well, I can feel the midgies. You've scared me straight, Hollywood.
It's just another experience, mate.
Yeah. Not one
Good
that
bowl
I
here.
was voluntarily having, but there you go.
Mother Nature, mate. Can't beat her. Okay, Donna. Oh, I don't think you're wide enough. Another big chance here for Karen to just drive that nail into the coffin a little bit further. Online. Yeah, looking very good. 2 lovely bowls.
Brilliant, brilliant response from Karen Morgan.
Well, depends on the speed here because you're still a little tight. Just have to sit the bowl or trail a jack.
Well, she sat it but rolled through.
Oh,
She's still going to have another opportunity. Asking Carol for her opinion.
Carol saying only one down at the back, so maybe change your hand and draw another one in here.
Again, cover and count.
Well, she's played two nice ones on the back end. I'd just plonk another one in there and put all the pressure back on Donna.
Starting to smell all the food coming through now as well, Hollywood.
Yeah, tum-tum starting to rumble.
Oh, yeah. So, here we go. Karen Morgan.
And online again.
Just about the weight.
Needs that little bit more speed.
Yep.
Should be enough.
It's landed for 3.
And it's not in a bad home when it comes to trying to stop that trail, so
Block the line.
Donna's really going to have to just try and dead draw this. What's happening here?
She knocked it a bit closer. And I think
This could be another multiple of 3.
2 kicked out. Yep.
Another 3.
10 from the last 3 ends for Protopapas and Morgan. All of a sudden,
It's
17.
gone up a gear.
17 to 7. Unbelievable. They dropped 4 ends on the bounce, and after 11, they actually had less ends won. And now they have just piled it on. This is not the tail of the tape. The scoreboard does not reflect how close it really was. By no means is it over, but they have gone a long way to determining this result of Carol and Karen.
Once they got the control of the mat back, Carol's had taken complete control of the game. Just dobbing the ball on the jack. Another fair effort there without being brilliant. See if Sally can get one close here and put a bit of pressure back on Carol. Not with this one.
So these shorter lengths have been very successful and very kind to Carol and Karen today. Not as much to Donna and Sally, but the longer lengths have been all a rimba.
Yes, we've found an Achilles heel here with the short lengths. The difference being when they went long, they were only picking up 1s, maybe 2s, but since they've gone short, the Right at Home girls have just gone to town.
They have, and of course the right care, right assistance, right at home. Visit rightathome.com.au for more. Our great partners.
You wouldn't think it was winter.
No, it's quite warm and nice. Almost nap time. That sun really does it. You get home and back to your hotel at the end of the night. Just being in the heat all day. It's not hot, but
That's quite pleasant.
yeah, you kind of just crash. I was going to go for a little walk last night, but ended up watching Instagram reels for about an hour before bed.
Is that a bit like your swim this morning?
I definitely didn't go for a swim this morning. Would have been nice. Be nice now.
She's beautiful now.
Jump in.
Speed here, just slipping through again.
So it's been all Carol and Karen.
Oh, and that's not going to be any help to Rhonda. Its cause, it's very tight, very narrow, very short.
So this is where Karen Morgan can really tighten the screws even further. They were in this game, and this will hurt Sally and Donna. This really will. They're still not completely out of it, that's for sure. And
that will be another counter.
It will be. Danger, danger, danger. I reckon they're holding this. This is looking like a 3, possibly even another 4, Hollywood.
Yes.
I think it's 4. This might obstruct the count if it holds and pulls up.
Well, that's their closest.
It's probably still 2. So for a team that had 2 multiples before the last 3 ends, they're only 2s. Now they've gone 3, 4, 3. Bang, bang, bang.
It's a much better bowl, this one.
This might be the one. Because Karen Morgan is stalking it. Needs it to run a bit more. It'll do. It's probably the shot.
Come on, Rhonda. Need to pull one out here.
Another end here. And this would spell absolute disaster. This is out on a very, very high line. That ain't getting back.
Oh, this could be another 4. That's only 2.
Just 2?
Yep.
Yep. So, another multiple, and the margin out to 12. They win this end. Carol and Karen, they're home. They win. 3 ends to go.
As we head into the final 3 ends.
Yep, a 12-shot lead. I honestly cannot believe it's a 12-shot lead. It's just happened out of nowhere. 4 ends. Seen an average of 3 go the way of the Victorian duo. And this is exactly what they wanted after a draw in their opening match. It could put them into second position. And all they'll have to do is win their last match to ensure their security and go through to the knockout stages.
Well, they'll be playing the team that had the big win in the first round, so
yep.
It'll be interesting to see how they went in their second game. But Carol, once she got back to these short lengths, certainly
yep.
got her accuracy back. And the New South Wales pairing just haven't been able to handle this quick green with the short ends. That's a fair effort.
Already, though, I'd say that's 2. It's very worrying. I don't want this to get any worse. Yeah, this New South Wales pairing, they've been so good and have fought so hard.
Or from 2-7 down, they got back to 7 all.
Yep.
And it's just been one-way traffic.
But you know what? Carroll's leading has been sensational. As soon as it's gone back to that short length, she's nailed her line. She's nailed her length. Those longer lengths really did sort them out a little bit.
Well, that certainly helped the New South Wales pairing. I think Sally arrived on their shot bowl and turned it out and stayed in the count.
The problem is, look at where all of Carroll's are. Any movement of that jack. Oh, boy.
Message there from Peter Williams saying the other team that had the big win looks like they were 8-0 up. So it will come down to that last game for this section. Now can Karen just get a piece of that jack? She's honing in for it. She's drawn the shot anyway.
Then maybe if she can get a couple around, then maybe she goes for that blue bolt, that wing bolt.
This one's not short.
Donna Hamilton. That's going to miss high. Karen Morgan. "23 minutes of time left. We'll eclipse that easy. That's no problem." Is this going to take out the bowl, Hollywood? No.
I think the safer option is to try and trail a jack. See if Donna can find the right line with the right weight. But she's undergrassed it again. Just can't settle on a line.
Now with her last, what can she do here? Karen Morgan, this can make another big total.
Trail it a foot to 2 feet and bring them all in.
Yep. And if she does it, this would be a hefty collect.
She's well pointed. Come on, Karen.
Might just miss under. But might hold up for a couple. Just drifts a bit far.
Don't think that's quite made it into the count.
No. Could still be a couple, though. It's a big bowl here.
She found the right speed with this line because the line looks fantastic.
She might have.
Look at this.
And it's gone too far. No, it's fallen back. It's one to Carol and Karen. So it's not a multiple, but guess what, Hollywood? It's enough. They will win.
Just up and back now.
Yep.
They've got more than the 12 shots that would have them lose if they drop 2 sixes. So they're safe now. They can just relax, take the W, and move on to their final section game, which will be the game that determines that section by the sounds of it.
Certainly will. So 20-7, they lead by 13. Even if they drop full counts in the next two, they'll win it by 1. That's a nice little relaxation for them. They can just enjoy these final 2 ends. No pressure. Just send them close.
This looks well grassed. And the weight doesn't look too bad neither, so another good start on the shorter ends by Carroll. Has made it a big difference to the game. Once she got control of that mat, she's controlled the game.
That's been the key, the longer ends. And we said all they had to do was probably win one, and they could go back to these shorter ends and dominate. That's literally what's happened.
Yeah, the wheels have really fallen off.
I'm quite surprised with how quickly it's happened, but mightily impressed with the resolve of Carol and Karen.
Feeling right at home here on the Broadbeach green now.
Oh, you bet. You bet. And that won't quite count for 3.
Nice position, though. Going to be steaming through the head again.
Just 18 bowls left in this match.
And who do we have in the last game?
Get that up for you. So we've got Unyamani Moffat and Anda Panchawat up against Pauline Laurie and Mia Baldy.
You guys have set me up again, haven't you?
I will double check the pronunciation for the match.
Next match will be an all-South Australian battle.
Sure will be.
So we watch the concluding stages of this match.
So, big result in round 2 of section 29. Taylor Bruce and Jessie Cattell. They defeated Ziti Salina Ahmad and Emma Feriana, the Malaysian duo, 20-18. Big result for that
high-scoring
team.
match.
Yeah. That was yesterday. Thanks, Locke. I was going to say I thought it was yesterday, but because I wrote it in the wrap.
I was going to say because I thought I saw Taylor and just keep through.
Yeah, I did write that, but that's all right. It was a close game.
Still very high scoring.
2018. A lot of conversions, a lot of shots, a lot of collects. Still one here to Carol and Karen. As we round the bend, is this going to get there? I reckon it might have.
Could be the shot.
I reckon this is 2. Time for Donna Hamilton to try and pull something out.
That's a little high, wide and handsome.
Yep. Motoring on like Lewis Hamilton there.
And 2 more to the Victorian pairing.
22-7 is the score. Final end, 12 bowls to come. Well, after 11, it was 7 apiece. They had lost 6 ends and won 5. Couple of multiples in there helped them keep that lead at the start and only go level at 7 all. Since then, 3-4-3, 2-1-2. It's been dominant. Short lengths equals big collects for this Victorian pairing of Carol Protopapas and Karen Morgan. 22-7. It's a very, very big score and exactly what they wanted. Just 11 bowls to come in this match.
Just sneaks on through.
It's for lunch today, Hollywood.
I've got a nice salad.
Okay. Nice.
A bit of fresh fruit.
Beautiful. Yeah, I bought some apples from Woolworths the other day and checked them, and they didn't keep very well. So I had to chuck them out. And then I had bananas and some muesli bars and left them in my hotel room. Shattered.
You are really on fire.
No, I had a pretty torrid morning, actually. I left a cord that we needed back at the hotel room. I had to race back and get it. Lucky we're only staying 5 minutes away.
Didn't have to worry about too much traffic.
No, just went up Surf Parade and life was all good. A couple of pedestrians tried to get in my way, but
just knocked them out of the way, eh?
gave them the old hurry up. If anyone from 1-3 Cabs is listening, though, Locke was trying to parallel park into a spot outside the club. If you were a taxi driver and driving past the Broadbeach Bowls Club this morning, have a good hard look at yourself. Because we put the indicator on, and he's gone right up behind us, and then you should have seen the grimace and anger in his face when we told him to go around.
So I think Shelley might have finished on a high note there. She might have shot.
Yep, very nice from Sally Smith. So the changeover, this has been a dominant display from Carol and Karen.
And Karen has just drawn the shot. Done enough, yes.
Brilliant from Karen Morgan. Lindsay Clark and Kelsey Cottrell, they've won.
Just had no answer to the New South Wales girls once this mat went back to a short length.
Not at all. But impressive, the resolve of the Victorians, who have been absolutely sensational. They deserve this win.
Certainly have capitalised on the amount of room they've been given.
And now, after a draw in their first match, they'll go... Well, they'll have a pretty big shot differential now from there too.
And another one.
So if it remains this way, if it stops, which it will, so if it remains like that, it might be second. Not sure. Well, it's at least plus 16 at the moment. They'll be happy with that. Because 13 next best qualifiers.
Oh, just slipped through.
Finding the gap. 2 more bowls left. 1 to Karen, 1 to Donna. As this match nears its conclusion. Can go get some lunch, refresh for the final match at 2:30 in 41 minutes time.
Here's another good bowl. Yeah, it's another counter. I think that might be 3 to Karen. Donnison's down a last, which looks high.
So this could be a 3, which would make it a humongous victory in the end. Let's see what it is. 2 taken out.
From 7 all.
After 11, we'll get a final measure. See whether it's 24-7 or 25-7. Either way, the response...
It was only the 2, I think.
24-7, a 17-shot victory in the end for Carol Protopapas and Karen Morgan. That is massive for them as they look to build on this Australian Open campaign and push forward towards the knockout rounds. Michael Hollywood-Sorensen, thank you very much. We'll be back in 40 minutes' time.
Catch us then.
Very, very excited. Of course, the AO proudly brought to you and supported by Tourism and Events Queensland, thanks to the Queensland Government and Experience Gold Coast. We thank them for all of their support. Dale Febbo and Michael Hollywood-Sorensen will join you in 40 minutes' time for the final match of Day 4.
Aero, used by world champions Kelvin Kirko, Corey Wedlock, Aaron Tees and Aaron Sheriff. Swirl, Aero's new colourway, easy on the eye and in over 65 colours. Aero's enhanced grip allows you to go up 1 to 2 sizes, shaped to give maximum comfort and control. Made in Australia, machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy. Aero provide the most accurate of bowls. Aero, same line every time.